After a very busy day for Hillary Clinton, she is back on the campaign trail today, speaking in front of the now closed Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. Secretary Clinton took aim at Donald Trump's business record, slamming him over his failed casinos and exploiting workers to enrich himself.
And as the people of Atlantic City know better than anyone, Donald Trump cannot do the job for American workers and businesses. According to the Donald, isn't he supposed to be some kind of amazing businessman? So it's fair to ask, since he is applying for a job, what in the world happened here? The people he's trying to convince to vote for him now are the same people he's been exploiting for years. Working people, small business people, trying to support their families. Remember what he promised. I'm going to do for the country what I did for my business. Well, we should believe him and make sure he never has the chance to bankrupt America the way he bankrupted his businesses.
Well, Donald Trump is not taking the criticism lying down. Before the speech, he fired off a flurry of tweets blaming local Democratic politicians for the bankruptcies, while bragging about making a lot of money and getting out at the right time. Bob Cusack, the Hill editor-in-chief, is in Washington, joins me now. Bob, so what do you make of Clinton's strategy, saying that Trump can't handle a few casinos, so he certainly cannot handle running our economy? That's her criticism.
Yeah, I think it's a good strategy, and Vlad, she's doing this because Trump's numbers, poll numbers, generally speaking, are not that great. But on his handling of the economy, he has an edge over her. So that's why they're trying to undercut that advantage and highlighting the fact that he paid people late or he didn't pay them at all, and that the bankruptcies happened, I think is an effective strategy. Of course, she is trying to turn the page from the FBI investigation, and I think it's going to be very difficult for her to do that this week.
Yeah, with regards to that FBI investigation, Bob, while she escaped prosecution, there were a lot of questions raised about being careless, about not paying attention, and essentially leaving open the idea that she may have even allowed others to hack into her emails. So is this going to damage her going forward?
Well, it was a good day for the Clinton campaign because they dodged the big bullet, the indictment. However, these headlines are not going to go away. Republicans are not going to let go of this over the next 100 plus 20 some odd days before the election. They're going to have hearings, as you guys have been reporting. And I think that she's going to have to address these questions and basically talk to the media about these inconsistencies. And I think the biggest one, Vlad, is the fact that she said, I did not receive or send any emails that were classified at the time. And James Comey basically shot that down immediately. And I think she's going to have to admit, okay, these were classified. At one point or another, she's going to have to answer these questions. Her goal is to get this off the front pages, post Labor Day. I don't think it's going to go away anytime this summer because Republicans and Donald Trump are going to be talking about it a lot.
So addressing this issue head on would be a good thing.
I think so. I think she's going to have to do it eventually. I mean, Donald Trump's going to ask her, and the media will ask her in debates. She doesn't do a lot of press conferences, and I think that she's going to have a strategy and sit down with a reporter or reporters and deal with this. I think that would be one of the ways to get this in the past, because honestly, summer vacation, a lot of people not in the office, but post Labor Day, and when you get in those debates, she doesn't want to be talking about this anymore.
So, all right, Bob, let me ask you about this. President Obama and Hillary Clinton appeared on the campaign trail together for the first time yesterday. The president is extremely popular now, above 50% approval ratings. How much of an impact will he have campaigning by her side?
Well, watching that, Vlad, yesterday, I mean, the president was into that rally. He has been itching to get back on the campaign trail. There was a lot of energy. Of course, these were one-time rivals in 2008. I don't think it looked awkward. I think Obama, maybe more driven by the fact that Donald Trump could be president than advocating for Hillary Clinton because their 2008 campaign was so bitter. But they respect one another. And I think you're going to see him on the campaign trail a lot for her. She wants him. As you mentioned, his numbers have gone up. I think his numbers have gone up because there are a lot of voters who don't like Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, and it makes the president look more presidential. So, but without a doubt, in the base of the Democratic Party, President Obama is revered, and the convention, I think, will show that in Philadelphia. So I think you're going to see an active campaigner in President Obama this fall.
Speaking of conventions, let's talk Republican convention. That's less than 2 weeks away. Donald Trump has said he would announce his running mate before the GOP gathering in Cleveland, and he tweeted that the convention speaker schedule will be released tomorrow. So is Trump's primary goal in a vice president and a successful convention to unite the party and be able to move forward solely focused on defeating Clinton?
I think he's got a lot of challenges that the VP pick will not be able to satisfy all of them. He's got to unite the party. I think no matter who he picks, the party is not going to be united because he's at the top of the ticket, and there are many critics of Trump. I do think he's got to look at his poll numbers, and as you know, Donald Trump looks at his poll numbers very closely, and his numbers among women and his number among Hispanics are very low. I think the Newt Gingrich, Chris Christie speculation is a little bit overblown. I think he's got to seriously consider a woman like Joni Ernst, Republican from Iowa, perhaps the Oklahoma governor, Mary Fallon, or Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn. He's got to improve those numbers among women, and picking a white male, I don't think it's going to help.
Interesting insight. Bob Cusack from The Hill. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
Thank you.